Guess what, guys? I found another nail suite and I moved in, and I've already been taking clients and I've already been dealing with some stuff. Nosebleed in my nail suite. Oh my god, I had to shove a tampon in my nose. Like, it was just, I was dealing with a lot. So anyways, stay tuned for this video so I can give you guys my little update. Okay guys, so like I said in the beginning of this video, I found another nail suite and it is so freaking bomb and I like it a lot more than my other nail suite. Like, I had to do a pros and cons list when it came to looking for a nail suite. I had to look at location. I had to think about like, okay, does this place look sketchy or not? Like, I had to really do a pros and cons list between going back to my old place. Yes, I even consider going back to my old space because like, I have been having like a pretty bad, I won't say a bad experience here in Chicago, but I've been having quite an experience with nail suites and stuff like that. Like, I've been talking to like Phoenix Salon, I've been talking to Solis Salon, and like a lot of them charge weekly. And they charge like $350 a week for your nail suite versus being in the one that I'm in currently, or the one that I was just in where it's monthly. Like, me personally, I don't like someone in my face every week like rent. Like, give me a whole month to get my rent together, please, thank you. Like, I don't like that. So that was like my biggest thing that I was looking for when I was looking for my nail suite. So another thing that I think that I'm going to be doing differently, I do want to stay in Chicago. Like, I've made up my mind, I'm going to make it work in Chicago, but I'm definitely going to be going back to Vegas occasionally. So what I feel like I'm going to be doing this time around is I'm going to be here located in Chicago, Illinois, throughout the entire year, but I'm going to fly back home to Las Vegas between the months of maybe like October and February. I do want to go back out to Vegas and do classes and things like that, and also work a little bit, but prime time I want to be in Chicago March through September. That's kind of what I'm like hinting towards, because I love it here. Like, I honestly hate the winter time here, but I love Chicago. Like, I really do love it here. It is very challenging here, but I honestly accept the challenge. I'm going to stay here. And then two, like, I have to renew my license and things like that in October. So I'm like, you know what? This can be like my second test run also here in Chicago to determine if I'm actually going to stay or if I'm going to leave. If I am going to leave, I have been looking at other options other than Las Vegas. Like, I have been thinking about going to Atlanta. Like, that's extra, like that's the extra additional place that I've thought about moving to. So that's definitely on the list of places that I personally wouldn't mind moving to. I have friends out there, our family out there. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with my nail suite. Moved into my nail suite, finally started taking clients. Like, I had the craziest first week. Like, I had a nosebleed in my nail suite. Oh my god, I had to shove a tampon in my nose. Like, it was just, I was dealing with a lot. Yes, I shoved a tampon up my nose and still continued my service. Like, I was not playing. I was like, let me just get this client out the way. So like, first week was very, very hectic with my first clients. I think my body just wasn't like used to getting up to like speed again. Like, I literally hit the ground running. I did 3 girls. Within 5 hours. It was a lot for me. When I tested that out for the first week, I was like, oh my god, this is what I was doing last year. We're going to take things very calmly and very like, we're gonna be steady. We're going to make sure that we're okay so that the business is okay. But yes, I slayed 3 girls in 5 hours and I was very proud of myself. But like I said, like, it was a lot for me. Nosebleed, slaying 3 girls in 5 hours, like, that was a lot for me. So I'm like, you know what? Gotta find a balance between the two. With personal, like making sure I eat and things like that, but then also still providing like a really good ass service for my clients and things like that. So that's basically what's going on in my nail suite. I'm back in a nail suite. I'm going to be doing another trial run here in Chicago, March through September. You guys can definitely book with me. I do want to stay out here. That is definitely the plan. So we'll just definitely see like how things are going here in Chicago throughout this little trial run that I'm currently having. And if things don't pick up, up, if things don't go the way that I want them to, if like nail classes and stuff don't pick up how I personally want them to, like things are going well, but it's like, you know, you set the bar and it's like, okay, like to everybody else, like it's like, oh my God, you're doing great. But it's like, okay, this is where you guys see me. I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to be here. This is where I'm at right now. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm fine, but where I'm trying to go, like I'm gonna be like LeBron and we're going to trade teams and go somewhere else if it has to come down to it. But yes, I am in Chicago. I am servicing. You can definitely check out my services on my website, www.drippynails.com. You can go on my Instagram. You can literally just Google Drippy Nails. You can find out where I am working, servicing. So yeah, all that good jazz. Okay, so I wanted to answer this quick question that I seem to get a lot in my Instagram messages and also here on YouTube, pretty much all my platforms. And I think I need to basically kind of break it down a little bit easier for you guys to understand when it comes to like my nail workshops. So like I do have a acrylic workshop, acrylic nail workshop, where you guys book your time with me. It's about it's a 5-hour session, excuse me. It's a 5-hour session, and I basically show you guys just the basics to acrylic nails, getting you started, you know, how to do your application. I show you my technique as to the acrylic application. This is not a licensed class, excuse me. You are not taking this class to become licensed. If you want to become a licensed nail technician, you will have to go to school, or you would have to work under, at least in the state of Illinois, you would have to work under a licensed nail tech. So for instance, like if I wanted to have nail techs work under me that weren't licensed, I could, and you can eventually get your license. You have to put in the hours, but I think it's like a 2-year apprenticeship that you have to do with that nail technician. So I could do that, but I just personally am focused on my own career right now. So I'm just not offering that, but I do have a workshop where if you are interested or you don't want to fully commit into nails just yet, because nail school is expensive, and once you like commit, like you're in it. So I mostly just have the workshop for just about anybody that is interested into nails, or they also want to learn my technique. If you're already a licensed nail tech, like, and you just want to learn like my technique of how to do nails, like you can just book that class as well. But this is not a certification. There's no such thing as certified, excuse me. There's no such thing as a certified nail technician here in Illinois. So you don't get a certificate that says like certified nail technician. Like, no, you're not gonna get that. Like, it'll say workshop, like 5-hour workshop with Drippy Nails completed. Like, it'll be that. That's what I give out to the people that do take my class and stuff like that. But yeah, just to clear the air when it comes to my acrylic nail workshop, it is on the basis of we are doing a workshop. Don't look at it as a certification. It is a workshop to work on these skills. Okay guys, so let's talk about my Patreon, because everybody seems to be, not even everybody, but a lot of people seem to be confused as to like what it is and what I do on there and things like that. So my Patreon is literally all like YouTube. It's like YouTube, but it's all my acrylic painting. It's literally all my acrylic painting. So whenever you guys are on my YouTube channel and you're looking at all the like nail art and stuff, and you really want to watch it, all of that stuff is on my Patreon, because it's more of an educational platform, at least for myself. It's more of an educational platform. So I'm literally telling you the details as to what brushes I'm using, the weight that I'm using with my brush. Like, I'm literally teaching. So I do have that on my Patreon because I am teaching, and it is a paid subscription. I put in a lot of time behind editing those videos. Those videos can range from 10 to about like 45 minutes, sometimes longer, where I'm teaching the acrylic nail art. So it's very extensive. I won't say it's very extensive, but it's very detailed on my Patreon. So YouTube is more fun. I teach you know, very simple designs here on YouTube. But when it comes to my acrylic painting, like that is on my Patreon, where you guys can go ahead and subscribe, and then you can check out all of the acrylic nail art that I have on there, and they are demo videos. So I'm literally showing you step by step how to use acrylic paints for that particular design that's being featured in that video. Currently I have 2 tiers. I have a $5 tier and I have a $100 tier. Right now it's discounted for $50 for the month of March, my birthday month. So for the $5 tier, you guys basically will get the behind the scenes of what's going on in my $50, $100 tier. You guys will see photos. You guys sometimes do get acrylic nail videos on there. I do give you guys one monthly video where you guys can check out some of my nail art that is going on in the other tier. But it's basically a intro, kind of stepping your foot. If you don't want to fully commit to the $50 to $100, you can just pay the $5 to kind of see like, okay, she's painting, these are the certain designs and stuff that she's doing. And then once you want to fully commit, then you can move up to the tier, and then you'll have access to the $5 tier as well. So when you purchase the $50 tier, currently $50, you do still have access to the $5 tier as well. So all of my photos, all of the videos, all of the freebies that I do give the $5 tiers, the second tier, tier 2, does get and receives all of those. I am doing some demos this week. I am going to be doing a cartoon series. Everybody's asking for a cartoon series, so I was just like, you know what, why not just go ahead and just do a cartoon series and just get it over with. So I'm going to be doing a cartoon series on Patreon with acrylic paint this upcoming week, so definitely stay on the lookout for that. I will definitely be posting my little clips here on YouTube just to draw you guys in to see what's going on behind the scenes, but that's what I'm going to be doing. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of you guys don't really see me here on YouTube too much. It's mostly because I'm, 1, working and servicing, and then 2, putting a lot of time behind my acrylic nail art Patreon, since I do have people on there. So I kind of do have to make it a priority for my Patreons, because they are paying every month to see me actually doing something. So I am more so focused. A lot of my time does go to my Patreon because I am teaching. But that's basically what goes on my Patreon, where you guys can find my nail art. I know a lot of you guys wish to see my nail art and ask why I don't post any of my nail art. It's on my Patreon. That's where I put my nail art. Editing those videos take a very long time, so it's just like a lot for me. I came onto YouTube to kind of just, you know, I was a newer nail tech, and I was just then learning how to do like marble designs and glitter acrylic and things like that. So now that I'm a little bit more advanced, like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave YouTube for just like beginning type stuff, but then when it comes to like my advanced nail art, like all of that's going to be on my Patreon, and I really like it like that. So that's basically the sum up version of what I am doing workshop wise. I have an in-person class and virtual class for my acrylic nail workshop, and then when it comes to my acrylic painting, I have a in-person actual acrylic painting workshop, and then I have a virtual Patreon where you guys can watch demo videos. So what I tell a lot of people is to take the initial class with me, just so you can get a basic understanding of acrylic painting, because it really is a technique behind it, and it took me even some time to master it. I had to teach myself this. Like when it comes to acrylic painting, guys, just so you know, like I taught myself how to do all of this. Like I taught myself how to paint. I didn't like have anybody showing me how to do any of this stuff, so I literally had to struggle and figure it out. So when it comes to that, like I really tell people, like I feel like it's easier to take the initial class, and then you can go onto my Patreon and subscribe for monthly demo videos, so then you can see how to do different techniques and styles with acrylic paint and add on to what you already know with the basics to acrylic paint. Like trying to figure out how to do certain designs with acrylic paint can be complicated because it is a lot different than gel. So it's a step process, and even myself, when I've been painting on clients' nails and stuff, when I do paint on clients' nails and things like that, after I'm done painting, I sit back and I think, oh, well, I could have done this way. This would have been easier if I would have done it in this order instead of doing it like this. Versus with gel, it's a little bit, I won't say gel is easier to use. It depends on what you're doing, in all honesty. I do sometimes use gel. I do use gel now, but for very, very simple nail art designs. But that's what I do advise people, is to take the initial acrylic painting workshop with me one-on-one, and then you can subscribe to my Patreon and watch all of my demo videos and things like that, and then learn designs. So like I said also earlier in the video, like I said earlier in the video too, I don't have a virtual acrylic painting class just yet. But I am working on it, because like I said in the beginning of this video, that a lot of people that do want to take my workshop don't live in Las Vegas or in Chicago and do really want to take an actual class and don't want to just watch demo videos. So I am working on that. Give me some time, but right now I am working on the cartoon series this week, so I'm super excited to be pushing that out, giving you guys that content. Okay guys, so that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm definitely going to get out of here and go to my nail suite and start on that cartoon series. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in another video.